and Assalamualaikum. My name is Naadira Khairin. So I will start with the introduction of our video presentation. So recently we were required to conduct an interview with the company of our choice for the course Fundamentals of Business. The main purpose of this project is to gather information about the corporate social responsibility of the company. So what is corporate social responsibility? Corporate social responsibility, or we can call it as CSR, is a self-regulation practiced by the business with the goal of becoming social responsible. Most of the company aim to benefit the public, the economy, and the environment with all their capabilities through CSR. So the project was assigned to study the company's CSR areas. We decided to study the CSR areas of the company that we choose, which is Perusahaan Automobile Nasional Sdn Bhd, or also known as Proton. It is one of the biggest company in Malaysia. We wanted to gain the information about the benefits that they provide to the employees, customer, and communities. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were unable to conduct the interview sessions in person. So as a result, we conducted the interview sessions via the internet, which we use the platform Google Meet. So the person who was in charge for our interview session is Mr. Mahazan bin Abdullah. He is the Chief Technology Officer of Proton. He collaborated with us in the interview session. He provided much information about the company's CSR areas and answer to each of our questions. In addition, Mr. Mahazan also provided us some materials to help us in completing our project.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Afina Afikah binti Muhammad Asni. Today I will to explain to you about background company Perusahaan Automobile Nasional Berhad, which is Proton. Proton was founded on 7 May 1983 to create, collect, and sell the engine, including the embellishment, spare part, and different segment. Proton have 2 branch, which is in Selangor and Tanjung Malim. And the main plan is, for now, is in Shah Alam, and in the future they will be moved to Proton Tanjung Malim. For your information, the Prime Minister of Malaysia is Tun Mahathir. At the time, have a conceived vision to create a national car. Proton created a Malaysian national car, the first national car, which is Proton Saga. Today, with the collaboration strategy our partner, which is Geely, to continue the design and the shape of landscape of Malaysia of automotive industry, while the aim to grow the big internationally.
Next, I will talk about the core principles and organizational values of Proton. The essential beliefs of an organization are its core principles and organizational values. These principles are vital for the business growth. According to our research, companies that display a consistent set of ethical standards are more likely to be long-lasting. With a clear understanding of the values, the company are able to attract people such as their workers, customers and collaborations, as well as increase their loyalty, trust, and mutual support. According to our research, Proton applies the core principles and organizational values. They describe their core values as a responsible citizen to mankind, community, business, value chain, and environment. They are compassionate to every touch point that they are constantly dealing with. There are seven core values of Proton, which is quality, innovation, integrity, transparency, teamwork, excellence, and decorum. These core values are vital to help the company in building a positive culture in the organization. So the first core value of Proton is quality. They deliver on their promise to customer satisfaction every time and all the time. It is stated as a promise for them to produce an excellent product and services to all their customers. Quality is an important value that must be considered by every company in order to achieve customers' loyalty, trust, and focus. Proton has implemented this value in their company. Next, the second core value of Proton is innovations. They challenge the convention, always seek for new and better ways to achieve their goals. Innovation is vital for every company continuing success. Proton develops, manufactures, and deploys a new product, method, or service with the goal of increasing efficiency, effectiveness, and competitiveness. The third core value of Proton is integrity. Their behavior, actions, and morality are constantly guided by internally consistent framework of principles. It is their ability to act honestly and consistently in anything they do, depending on the moral values that they possess. The value influences their employees' behavior as well as business decisions. Other than that, it also illustrates the external stakeholders their high standards of ethics. The fourth core value of Proton is transparency. Proton implements this value in order to achieve loyalty from their internal and external sources. When engaging with their stakeholders about business matters, being transparent involves being honest and open to them. The value is particularly important in the company as it strengthens the company's ethical aspect as it relates to its operations and culture throughout time. Next, the fifth core values of Proton is teamwork. They trust, respect, and share knowledge to foster teamwork at the workplace. They implement the value in order to enhance the value propositions of employment. In addition, it is also foster the creativity and innovation among the employees in the company because they work together as a team. The value is vital for their car manufacture process, where they must create a team to lead the each area such as design, engineering, and part supply. The sixth core principles of Proton is excellence. They are passionate, committed, and dedicated to deliver the results for the group's long-term success. Their energy drives their endeavor towards the greatest achievement possible. This value benefits Proton to become one of the most successful, well-known business in Malaysia. It is also greater the flexibility of the company. Proton is constantly striving to improve its culture, performance, and experience. Lastly, the seventh core values of Proton is decorum. They practice appropriate behavior is linked to notions of ethics and manners. They demonstrate this value by working professionally, maintaining good ethics, and interacting with colleagues in a cooperative and respectful manner.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Csr At. Today, I would like to talk about the stakeholder of the organization. What is stakeholder? Okay, first of all, stakeholder is defined as any individual or group who has interest in an organization and can affect the result of their business activities in the organization. Primary stakeholders in a typical corporation are usually investor, employees, customer, and suppliers. Besides, various stakeholders have different interests, and companies usually have to develop strategies in order to please all of these stakeholders. In Proton, the top 5 largest stakeholders of Proton are listed by Khazanah Nasional Berhad. Second is Employees Provident Fund Board, and next is Kataban Nominees Sendirian Berhad. Next stakeholders are Maybank Nominees Local Sendirian Berhad, and the last one is Lembaga Tabung Haji, and bringing the total of Proton shareholders to 476,881,410. The slide that I'm going to talk is about areas of social responsibilities in Proton. Corporate social responsibilities, or CSR, is typically seen in the connection between the employees, corporation, and the state itself in order to establish a social partnership. In CSR, they focus more toward the consumer, workers, community, and environment. So, for CSR in Proton, the person in charge for activities that involve the VIP, CEO, CEO, or chairman is from the corporate department. The corporate department is more significant department for Proton in terms of planning and managing all the CSR program. For example, event management that including VIP is the Chili VIP with a reception plan, because any activity that involving VIP are require permission from the CEO in order to reach an agreement on choices, and a board meeting was typically required. For area of social responsibilities toward customers, when Proton once removed the Good and Service Tax, or GST, which was a part of the government election agenda back in 2018. That announcement for the purchasing of their cars where tax will be zero rated. Proton decided to give an interim price to their customer, which is one of the advantage is zero rated. Besides that, Proton Customer Care is giving a 6% discount on labor and periodic maintenance component to all owners who have their cars serviced at authorized service centers. Area of social responsibilities toward employees are when around 258 Proton Shah Alam and Tanjung Malik workers were created with the Malaysian Skill Certificate SKM Level 3. SKM is an institutional certified qualification given by the government to workers who have received the required skill to apply and are qualified to conduct duties and responsibilities in the specified fields of work. Director General of Department Skill Development and Proton Deputy Chief Executive Officer officiated the ceremony. The main purpose of this award is to continue the development of employees by maintaining workers' pace in growing the business. It is also to point out the importance of skilled workers in the automotive industry, particularly those who work in the area of product quality within the manufacturing process. And the efficiency of SKM has been proved by Proton workers in their work quality, and it is not surprised that with their efforts to improve the skill of their employees, they will be able to service their customer better and create more high quality product for their customers. Next one is about areas of social responsibility toward the community. Our Proton offer graduate financing package. It is a promotion named Scheme Graduate that allow young graduates to purchase their first automobile with affordable high purchase or HP financing rates. Actually, this program helps to identify transport difficulties for people who are just entering the labor market. This campaign is aimed to purchasers who have frequently been able to get an HP loan without the need to provide evidence of income for 3 months, which is a standard condition for most HP loans. CSR toward the communities occurs when Proton welcomed 25 children from the Sweet Care Orphanage for a lunch at the Proton Center of Excellence COE in Subanjaya. Aside from a wonderful lunch, the children were also given gifts and taxi ride at the test track in the Proton at 70. Surely this event would leave them with joyful memory to treasure. Areas of social responsibility toward the environment. Areas of social responsibility toward environment is when Proton attempting to decrease environmental damage caused by their demanding production activities. Thus, Proton have made implementation inside their organization which lead to environmentally friendly in product innovation to enhance the engine and design optimization of its car, as well as the use of alternative material to manufacture their vehicles. It is where Proton conducts environmental friendly through green procurement and waste management. This eco-innovation method has the potential to benefit Malaysian automobile sector by establishing efficient and profitable business strategies as well as environmental policy. To keep the air clean, Proton also utilizes a dust collection system. It is worked by collecting dust in a stream of air and directing it through the pipes of the system to a collection spot. Then it produces the high volume of airflow necessary to remove the massive amount of dust and that. There were hundreds of cartridges in the body of dust collection system that were designed to filter the dust. And thank you for listening, and that's all for me.
Now I will talk about the approaches to social responsibility program. Proton companies take a proactive approach to social responsibility, one in which a company actively finds ways to contribute to the well-being of the company and individuals in its social context. Proton conducts an awareness raising program on social responsibility. For example, Proton manages to deliver face shields to the medical frontline ahead of schedule as the first company to produce a face shield and produce PPE equipment to support the frontliner in battle against of the spread of COVID-19. So from this program, this show a responsibility to support Malaysia and its people in their time of need as one of the automotive companies. Furthermore, Proton involved competition activity among institutions. For example, in 2019, Project Work Skill Malaysia Sarawak, which is to enhance competitiveness among people in public, private and industrial skill training institutions. Other than that, Proton was also a guest speaker and judge for Pertandingan Inovasi Proton with Polytechnic at Polytechnic Nilai Negeri Sembilan. After that, other program is a graduation ceremony organized by Proton to graduates who obtain the Malaysian Skills Certificate, which is SKM, to all Proton staff from all over the world, for all over the country.
Proton activities and involvement can improve and recognize youth with superior skills as well as increase awareness to the community about the importance of skills, so that if you have skill, don't be ashamed, but the Proton can improve your skill through the program they have involved.
Next, I want to talk about CSR program, which is corporate social responsibility. In previous program, current program, and future program for Proton. Next slide. If you can see at this slide, this is the previous corporate social responsibility program. Since 2020, Malaysia facing the pandemic COVID-19. On 9 August 2020, Proton was volunteered to produce the face shield and the PPE to Frontliners. This is the alternative for Proton to support and to help the Frontliner. In 20 days, they will produce 60,000 units for face shield for the Frontliner. This is a program well organized by the Proton to send the face shield to the Frontliner, which is at the hospital, clinic. After that, Proton begins to deliver the face shields to medical Frontliner. On 16 August 2020, staff members who have volunteered to create, collect and prepare the face shields to the Frontliner. As I told you earlier, in 20 days, they will produce 60,000 face shields to the medical Frontliner. This is the good way to help the Frontliner, since Malaysia was faced pandemic COVID-19. As a organization, we should help each other. For the current corporate social responsibility program, on July 2020, Proton will celebrate 35 of years anniversary, organized by Proton Corporate Office. They will create at the website story motion, which is customer can tell the history with the brand of Proton, which is car, to create a video, and they can upload at the social media. This is the alternative to appreciate the customer and to ensure the customer was satisfied at this product. Other than that, Proton create the corporate social responsibility program to tell the customer to renew the car insurance with the Proton insurance program. This is the way to ensure the safety of customer, and this program use the online platform, which is Facebook, website. The purpose for this program to give the awareness to the customer about the safety. In the future, on third quarter 2022, Proton begins to work on new expansion plan in Tanjung Malim, Perak. From now, the main plan in Shah Alam, and they will move to Tanjung Malim, Perak. They will spend almost 1.2 billion to turn the Tanjung Malim into the world-class manufacturer base. So, for the future, every end of the year in Malaysia, Malaysia have monsoon stations, especially in Kelantan and Terengganu. Proton will create a corporate social responsibility program, which is flood relief program organized by Proton Union, the others. The purpose of this program to fulfill the items of flood victims, such as clothes and food and other else.
Is social responsibility management. First, the formal organizational dimension. These organization members follow basic ethical and legal standards of behavior. For example, based on dress code, where Proton employees are required to wear a traditional business attire and business casual attire that have been specified for every department. It means that every department has a different dress code, and also the employee also has a formal shirt inscribed with the company name, which is Proton, but this shirt is not for every workers, but for some workers, just for some workers. Moreover, through leadership on how they focus to manage the company to drive the Malaysian automotive industry forward. A leadership includes developing a compelling corporate narrative in which they focus all corporate stories on contribution to Malaysia's automotive economy. Okay, so Proton well manages the company by building the trust through them, through leadership and CSR, as well as engage media stakeholder. And the company make employees believe to stay and be able to perform well in this industry through leadership, through the trust that have been given by the leadership to them. Second is the informal organizational dimension. Whistleblowing is a concern about unethical, illegal, or irresponsibility. At Proton, the party can report a whistleblowing complaint if they are aware of any wrongdoings to Proton. For example, disclose company confidential information, fraud, suspicious dealing, and more. And moreover, an executive is required to comply with the code of conduct as may be determined by the company from time to time, such as abuse, sexual harassment, and so on. Well, a well-written code of conduct might keep the employees whether a specific behavior or action is acceptable or not. The whistleblowing and code of conduct share the same thing, but how the company handles it is the most important one.